What's good? What's good? Hopefully everybody doing real good. I'm gonna tap in with y'all real quick. Wanted to speak real quick about Cameron and Mase. You know, Cameron and Mase. They right now they're currently they podcast regarding sports. Definitely one of the best, if not the best, sports commentary podcasts out there right now. But prior to them being in that space, both regarded as some of the best MCs to touch a mic, to make hip hop music as well, and their track records and their journeys go back far. You know, I'd say 20 plus, 25 plus years. You know, so. And then both being just a part of pivotal times in hip hop with Mase, the Bad Boy era, and then with Cam, the Dipset, you know, Rockefeller era, you know. So, but they also they played sports as well, you know, based on what I've come to know. They were big in basketball, and they were very, very good too, from what I heard. So they definitely have the knowledge behind it from an IQ standpoint. But then fast forward, just seeing them in the space now, and then also being in the podcast space now, being able to speak about players, sports, different professions as well is really dope to see. But also just them having a platform where they're able to be very unfiltered, you know. They can express things and critique the way they would like to critique, you know. So, and it's still tasteful. But I definitely just want to point out that for anybody that may disagree or be against how they critique, they ain't going nowhere, you know. They're here to stay. They're powerful figures within the culture of not only hip hop, but just in the culture in general regarding black culture. And they ain't going nowhere, you know. So you either can roll with the punches and accept it, or keep it moving, you know. Obviously, you know, I know for me, I look at guys like Shannon Sharp is huge. Stephen A. Smith is huge when they were debating with Skip, and Shannon is incredible, as well as Stephen A. too. But I've been able to kind of watch Mase and Cam for a while now, you know, since they've been in this space, and I love tuning into those guys, hearing their perspectives, hearing their what they agree on, and also their devil's advocate takes as well, you know. So and I do forget the young lady that is a part of the hosting of it as well. And if any of y'all know her name, you know, put it in the comment section. So I just can't think of it right now, but salute to her. She's amazing. She's an incredible asset to the team, you know, and obviously everybody that does their part behind the scenes. But very impressive team. Their backstory, and even how I believe I had caught a while ago, I had caught their process into finding her and recruiting her for that position, you know. So, but they here. I see them having a long career in this space. And like I mentioned before, I look forward to listening to their perspectives, you know. Great perspectives. They bring a lot of insight. And it's crazy because what really prompted me or inspired me to even speak on this is, like, they did I didn't see the critique that they did for the boxer Shakur, but they critiqued one of his fights, and based on the critique, from what I've seen or heard, I mean, it was a normal critique. it was a normal critique, and he got offended. I'm assuming he got offended because he was getting critiqued. I mean, that's what people do when they're in the media space or a journalist space. And he was pretty much going on a rant for hours at a time online, like on Twitter X, and it's like, and I feel like if it wasn't these guys being in this space critiquing, right, and I'm sure other people critiqued them, you coming at them but not coming at others, you know, and it's like I'll never understand that. You know, they're doing what they're supposed to do. You know, it's a big difference between giving your take or your opinion or your critique on something, right? And it's not personal. You know, I don't know you personally. And it's not me looking to throw shade at you, but you're taking it as if I'm hating on you. Or you're taking it as if it is personal from me to you. As if I know you, you know, I don't know you from a can of paint, you know. I know you as a professional in a professional sport that I'm critiquing. Right? And if you've watched enough of a particular sport, have a certain love for a particular sport for X amount of time, X amount of years, and you have a great perspective on the greats in the game, you know, that came before you, I can have my opinion. I can have my take. You know, I feel like at the end of the day, you know, getting critiqued is really all about just getting better. Getting better, you know, there always should be room for improvement. You know, if anybody was to be asked the question, rate yourself from a scale from 1 to 10 regarding a particular skill set or craft, especially if you've been doing it for a while, saying you're a 10, it leaves no room for improvement. So, you know, you're better off being humble about it, knowing that you're good at what you do, right? And, you know, there's always a bigger and badder wolf out there, or somebody that you should aspire to try to ascend to, you know. So, I mean, especially when we talk about the sport of boxing, it's really, you know, Mayweather is the only guy that has gone, I believe he went 50-0, but he's the only guy that hasn't been beaten. But I'm sure he's probably designed his career that way. But outside of an example like that, you know, it's like most people, I mean, we've all won, you know, we've all lost, you know what I'm saying? So, and there's always room for growth, you know. So, but yeah, as far as somebody call, but as far as Cameron and Mase and the young lady that's in there and the whole team out there, and It Is What It Is podcast, I want to, you know, salute to them. You know, keep doing y'all thing, you know. So, and for those who may not fuck with it like that, hey, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So you can go ahead and keep it moving. You ain't gotta subscribe, you ain't gotta show love, you know. So, but they definitely have grown tremendously. They've grown a lot, you know, over the time that they've been in this space. So, and I only continue to see them. I only see them continuously growing and becoming bigger in this particular space too. So, yeah, but just wanted to chime in with that. You know, let me know what y'all think about their podcast. If you tune into it, you know, if you fucks with it, if you don't, if there's any other podcast that you think is formidable enough that goes against what, you know, that's just as good as what they do, if not better. And then we'll tap in from there. So enjoy yourselves.